Hey folks, Prattski here. Wanted to share with you a new discovery that I've had when it comes to using glue on your miniature assemblies. And for a while, well, I guess since the beginning really, I have been using this Loctite super glue. I've used the just regular gel control, I've used the ultra gel control. Both have essentially the same effect. It's just this one's a little bit thicker. And just recently, as in a couple days ago, I ended up getting some Bob Smith Industries Insta-Cure. And I gotta tell you, I'm very, very happy with this stuff so far. I'm struggling to find a reason at this point why I would even use this anymore. Let me show you why. So, a couple things. With the Loctite, I have found that it leaves a lot of like white residue around where it dries. So I don't know if you can see up in here, but I didn't glue any of this part. All the glue's on the inside. But when it dries, it's like I don't know, when it's evaporating or whatever, it leaves all this white residue on there. And especially if you're not painting your models, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look right. As another example, and this one's a little bit more prominent, when you're gluing something to like a black base, you can see right here, and I was even really careful on this one to try to not get any glue close to the edges, but even still, here it kind of bled out. You can see that white residue that's left on there, and I think there's some more. Yeah, it's subtle, but you can see it around here a little bit. And yeah, I see that on a lot of the connection points. I have gotten more careful over time to try to use as little glue as possible. So, oh, here we go. Actually, got a bunch of white residue there. So it's held. I mean, it holds well. I have no complaints with how it holds, and for the most part, no complaints with how quickly it dries and sets. It's been great, but you kind of don't know what you're missing until you find something that was just way better, and that's what this stuff is doing for me too. And overall, this is, I think, a lot cheaper. These things, yeah, this is 0.14 ounces, and I think it typically costs, depending on where you get it, probably around $5 or so. Well, I've got this on Amazon. It's 2 ounces. It's way more, for like $8 or $9. So, way more, and it's even better. So, let me explain why. So in terms of the white residue, I have yet to find any of it. As an example, on this piece right here, I really biffed when I was putting this handpiece on this guy, and I put way more glue than I needed. It came out fast, it bubbled, it was kind of all over the place, and I didn't even get it cleaned up very well because my fingers were sticky. It was a mess. I anticipated that this was going to look really bad back here, but it looks fine. And I'm pretty sure that the white that's on there was already there. If there is any sort of residue that's left, it's so minimal, and it would have been so much more had I used the Loctite. And then on the base, I mean, there's nothing. There's really nothing there. Like, it looks great. And on top of that, this stuff seems to dry and set faster. This guy did not balance at all. And I put a couple dabs on the bottom of his feet, set it there, just kind of held my finger next to him so he didn't fall over. And within a couple of seconds, he was good to go. Or at least good to leave alone and let dry. So I have been loving. And actually, let me show you another model that I messed up on big time. All right, this guy right here. I biffed up on the positioning of his feet on the base. I had him way off. It was not good. And so his foot was back all the way back here. And there's a bunch of extra glue that is on the black that dried, and it left no white residue at all on the black. Like, that was pretty. I assumed that the base was going to look pretty bad, but it really doesn't. And so yeah, that worked out quite well. And actually, you know what? It's interesting. I am seeing some white residue on the bottom of the foot here. I don't know if that's from the glue. It may not be. I mean, if it didn't leave any white residue on the base, I mean, I would think that that's probably not actually residue from the glue. I know you're seeing some right here, but this guy was done with the Loctite. The base was done with the Bob Smith. So anyway, all that to say that, you know, this whole experience in putting together models and all that, I mean, I'm very fresh to it. I'm still learning, got a lot more to learn. And but when I come across something that seemed to make a really big difference, I got to share it. So way better value for your money. This stuff has been great. I might even consider, if they have a little bit thicker, getting a thicker version of this as well, because this is definitely more runny than the Ultra Gel and even the regular gel. But even still, though, I'm pretty happy with it. It's not like it's not water or anything. It holds a droplet on there. So anyway, pick some of this up if you're using Loctite. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna get a better value for your money. So hope this helps.